you're never gonna get the same shot more than once.
So I'm hitting a low one here. Line up my putt right down that line.
Distance control is the most important thing. So what is your what's your goal today? What are you working on? What are you doing? I put that window up.
The putting, I just need to it's kind of just checking in on things. Like swing wise, everything is really good. Definitely gonna do some chipping and try to like do more of
we're hitting everything today.
It's gonna be a little bit of everything.
Chip and range work.
And then probably a little wedge work. My wedge swing yesterday wasn't the best, but
what do you mean, fine. Like you're like 50 to 100?
It was just I had problems controlling trajectory. I just gotta get like wedge distances like really dialed in, and then just make sure I'm hitting cuts.
When I do like to practice, hit all the big three. Definitely like to do my fundamental stuff. So with swing, I'm gonna do alignment sticks.
Yeah.
Right? Just go through the bag. Right now I'm working hard on my routine because I'm about to get into some summer tournaments, and I think that's so important when you're like dealing with like nerves. If you just have like a solid routine to rely on. And then it's basically goes fundamental and then some sort of game, right? So with putting, it's going to be fundamentals, mirror work, tees, whatever you got to do, then some sort of game. With chipping, it's kind of hard to be more fundamental because every shot with chipping is different.
Yeah.
But we'll play some sort of game there, or hit a bunch of shots, and then, like I said, on the range, alignment sticks. I'm working on a couple things in my swing, and then I have a game we're going to play that I'll explain to you when we get out there. All right, so right now I'm doing some sort of track work. I've had this track since I was, I think, 12 or 13, and I've loved it. It's just a little inside and down the line. For me, it's always just helped me kind of reset, and whenever I hop off it, my stroke just feels super ingrained. And as you can see, we're pretty much automatic once we get it going. Now, that's why I don't like to spend too much time working on this stuff, because there's only so much you can learn from hitting the same putt over and over again. Blaze here is doing something super similar. They're gonna freak out over the Sharpie. What do you got to say about that?
I don't know. I've asked like my head pro before, and he said basically, I mean, they cut the grass, and
it goes away.
It doesn't really damage it. It's just like aesthetically it doesn't look the nicest. It's not the biggest deal, but for me, what I'm doing here is basically line up my putt right down that line. And so when I sometimes my putter face tends to get open or shut. So having that line up back here and through, and then basically just trying to get an end over end putt. That was one-handed, but one of the good things is like going through it, I wasn't getting that end over end roll, and I softened up my grip, and like the next 10 putts were like basically end over end perfectly. And that would basically be it for my technique training for putting. Is I was hitting end over end putts. I didn't miss one. And now it's just basically taking it to regular putts without the line, the towel, and being able to reproduce the same shot.
We just play like a 9-hole game. You pick, I pick.
All par twos.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, goal would probably try to go 2 under.
Oh, what a bad read. Huge. Oh! Ow! What you notice is Blaze and I will always line up our putts. I think a lot of times people, when they're practicing, they don't always practice how they play. We use lines when we play golf and we play tournaments, so why would we practice just rake and hit? Then when we do get into a tournament, we line that thing up, we're going to feel uncomfortable. So always practice how you play. It takes longer, it's annoying, but it's so much more effective. Oh, dead in the heart. This looks sick with the flags in the back. Clutch.
My fifth. We'll do another little makeable. Now that you like mention it, like we're not making any of those putts. These are like the.
These are the ones that are like 30% or set.
Yeah. And also, like with you making it, applies pressure to me.
For sure.
Like if you were to make that.
How nervous were you over that last putt? You're freaking out. I met it.
I've had more pressure filled putts.
Uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. Meat. Got it. Ouch. Dang. Tied up on the hole 8.
Hole 8. Alright, let's change it up. Go for a really long one.
A 3-putt range.
Alright, it's coming back. Really good speed.
But oh, he gave it to me. Oh. Oh. Ouch. That's it.
I'll let you know.
So what do you do here when you go pull up to the chipping green?
So typically, like what I like to do is 3 balls, same chip but low, medium, high shots. So it helps you one get used to hitting all 3. So I feel like a lot of people just kind of they hit the same chip over and over and over, and then it also teaches you like spin control. Like when you have that, if I'm hitting a low one here, having a landing area, knowing like is it going to check up, is it not going to check up, and then being able to land a further shot soft and let it stop. Try to stop before that pin. Great, we got company coming.
Sorry.
Another thing I do is I'll put an alignment stick down and it'll be in line with the pin. I try to carry it over that alignment stick to stop it short of the pin.
Yeah.
So spin control is like how you become a great chipper.
I've shown in my other video, I'll put a clip over right now, but I do a lot of that ladder drill because like if you look at this green, it's not the best green. It's not going to react the same way it's going to be on the course, especially if you go to a public course. Most of the chippy greens are all beat up, so all you need to focus on really is landing areas. And something I noticed a lot of people do is they hit a bunch of chips out of the fairway. I find when I miss a green on the course, 80% of the time it's going to be in the rough or in the bunker. So I try to focus a lot of my time out of the rough, reading lines or reading how the ball is sitting, because that has so much to do with how the ball is going to jump out and how far it's going to go. So I think we're just going to keep warming up and then probably do some sort of game and hit balls all around. I know Tiger Woods says he likes to hit 1,000 shots a day, and I know a majority of that comes from chipping, and it's all just really feel. Like you're never going to get the same shot more than once, like the same exact shot. So you really just got to feel a bunch out and then put your best guess on it. Alright, game's pretty simple. It's a ladder drill, but for your irons. So, you know how we were talking about on the wedges, you want to try to land it in between the gaps?
Yeah.
The same thing on here, like distance control is the most important thing when it comes to irons. So, we're going to start from 100.
Okay.
Go all the way up to 200. So,
As many shots?
no, the gaps are 100 to 110, 110 to 120, 120 to 130.
Okay.
So you want to land it in between those. So 105, 115, 125.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what's that, 10 shots?
Something like that.
Yeah. 100 to 200?
All right.
I'll start us off.
Seven. There you go.
Too much.
Just went up
21.
just a
All right,
little.
so we'll just put a check mark that. That has to be in 103. There you go.
Now 115.
Oh, 120. All right, we're both on this one. That ain't the most. 115, 115. Oh my god. Oh, 123.
I might have a problem reading these balls. I don't know. Maybe it could just be us. Oh.
Then?
Oh. 25. Alright, that was a nice little jump.
Good run right here. I'm gonna move this.
So I'm on 75.
Now the pressure's on.
Yeah, I only got a couple more to go. Yep. Now you're on 75?
Yeah.
84. That's all right.
Flush. 86.
I forgot what number I was at.
Pretty good.
98.
98. One
Last
more.
one.
That number can't wait. Yum. That looked like a floaty ball though. 2 or 3. Hey.
Came